But the one point I want to make here, Mr. Nigel, is that is Manus together with you on that? Is your regional member with you? Is the administration with you? Or is this a lone Ronnie Knight fight?
We have a very dysfunctional administration. Our provincial administrator, I don't think he knows what he's doing. And I must honestly say that he's not competent to run the show. I mean, we must talk him straight. That is clear. And people in Manus know that. There's so many issues that he has to answer for. With our governor, maybe he's addressing it in his own way, but I haven't...
so you all are not seeing eye to eye on this?
We are not working together, but we should be. We should have the same aims.
Is that a problem then? Because if Manusians are not together on this, you're over here and they're over there, you really don't have a concerted voice there, have you?
Well, I put it this way. I was expecting governor to come out, the administration to come out. There was a lame whinge in the newspaper and on the media about, oh, we're going to lose our jobs, boo-hoo, ha-ha. That's not going to work. You know, you have to stand up for the people and you have to fight for what we have and make sure that we get something in this. I have an alternative to offer to Papua New Guinea and Australia.
Okay.
And that alternatively, as I said, is that the only way, when you read the ruling of the Supreme Court and the way things are going, even if we instill these people in the top hotels in Manus and we treat them like royalty, they are still deemed to be detained because they're against their will. They're kept there against their will. The only way this thing was going to work is if these people agree to be in Manus. My proposal is back to the drawing board. First of all, build a decent township, a proper township, you know, a model township which will cater for all their needs, you know, something that they will be happy and it will be conducive for them to say, oh, good, we are willing to stay here for 6 months or so to be processed. This is nice. We've got a swimming pool, we've got a hospital, you know, people are not going to die being flown to Australia because they've got an infection in their toe or something, you know, silly things, you know. So we have to have that. And if they agree that, okay, you know, we are willing to stay in Manus for 6 months, and then that 6 months period is the timeline for the Australian and Papua New Guinea immigration facility people to make sure that these people are processed properly.
Okay, okay. And their future determined.
Exactly.
Are you, those thoughts, are you talking to somebody, the High Commission, the Australians, the Papua New Guinea government?
I have actually, approached the High Commission to give them my views on this, and they have responded that we'll probably be meeting very soon to talk about it.
All right. There is a team already from Australia.
I believe there is. I believe I heard a couple of weeks ago there was a team coming to Manus too. It was in the media. I do not know whether they are here or they are talking or not, but I believe that there is a stalemate there already because the Australians are basically putting the ball in our court, and we don't know what to do with the ball. We're just looking at it. There's only two ways about this. Either it's my way or they have to be deported back to where they came from. It's quite as simple as that. The idea that we get this township done properly, we get it conducive for the asylum seekers to want to be there, and they will be allowed to, you know, have all the freedoms that our people have. That's fine. We want shopping center there, police station, hospitals, and basically we want the same sort of package that the rest of Papua New Guinea got in the name of Manus. You have Angau Hospital. Yeah. Fair enough. You are doing some work in our hospital in Lorangau. You know, thank you. Replacing the toilet bowls and air cons and giving us some X-rays. That's fine. But we want Brisbane Hospital in Manus. You know, let's do it properly. And maybe a smaller hospital or clinic in the asylum center area or the township. Let's call it the township. No more asylum center. It's a township. You know.
Okay.
And we will hope that that will be conducive for them. So maybe they will sign a form saying that, okay, we agree to stay in Manus for 6 months to be processed. We can't really do much without UNHCR involvement. And UNHCR clearly states that once you are a refugee and you are out of danger, you have no say on what country you're going to. UNHCR is the person that will settle you. Yeah, you know, whether you go to Sweden or Holland or Israel or whatever, but you know, you just have to go where they go. You can't demand to go to a certain place. You know, you are a refugee.
All right. Mr. Knight, we are running out of time. Just one final question. The Supreme Court has made its decision. Manus is being in an island. You don't have a lot of industries, and a lot of the economy there is stimulated by what's remitted to the province by Manusians, and the asylum seekers processing center was a place where Manus did get some money. So now that the Supreme Court has made its decision, how much of it is of the economy of Manus being affected by this, and the implications there?
Quite a lot. In business terms, business dropped off a lot when Transfield took over. Okay. Originally, companies were set up. They were hiring vehicles, machinery. When Transfield came in, you know, this wasn't written down. It was all verbal negotiation that they wouldn't do it, and they did it. They brought in their own vehicles and their own machinery, and we have Manus business. They're stuck with all this machinery and loans to pay, and you know, so it's not a new thing for us. You know, we're losing business for the last year and a half, 2 years. The main concern is that 800 or so young men and women that actually, for the first time in their lives, they actually have a stable job and a proper income. You know, we don't want it to end overnight, and that is exactly what's going to happen if we don't find a solution to this.
All right. Mr. Knight, we are running out of time. I hope that some solution will be found.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ronnie Knight, the member for Manus. That's been PNG Tonight, an NBC television current affairs program. Thank you for watching. We'll have for you another edition tomorrow night. I'm John Eggins. Good night.